Hello, Ifunny! Welcome to the first qualifying match of the Ifunny official Pokemon tournament. This match is between me and a guy by the name of Dude. His Ifunny name will be in the video name, so don't really go by this description right now. Now, with my team that I'm going for, I'm going to lead off with my Jolteon. So basically, if he leads off with a Heatran or a Venusaur or anything really, I can Volt Switch out of there into something that can handle that. He, unfortunately, leads off with his Rotom, and this is where the problems begin to start. Let's see how this all plays out. Like I said, he's going to lead off with his Rotom. And I'm going to lead with my Jolteon. Now here, I was thinking I could go for a Shadow Ball, because I already know that Jolteon's special attack is really good. Does basically nothing. And he leads up with a Leaf Storm, which utterly destroys my Jolteon. But in turn, decreases his special attack really badly. So I go for the Volt Switch. And I decide to lead in with my Arcanine, hoping that Arcanine can do a really quick sweep at this guy so he won't give me any more problems. And with Arcanine's Intimidate, that really helps out in this situation, because his special attack's down and now his attack's down. And he goes for a Leaf Storm, surprisingly. I thought that he might have switched into his Heatran, but, well. And he goes for a Substitute, bringing down his HP even more, and I go for the Flare Blitz. Which, the recoil is going to do some pretty good damage to my Arcanine. But it does get rid of the Substitute. Now, like I predicted, he was going to go for the switch-in, but I thought he would switch into his Venusaur, because Venusaur can really take a Flare Blitz, but he goes into his Heatran, which is a much smarter move. And I go for the Will-O-Wisp. And now his Fire-type moves are even better, so I switch out of my Arcanine, and I bring in my Milotic. Now my prediction here is that he wasn't going to stay in, after this move that is. My prediction he wasn't going to stay in, and because he has two grass types, I figured he'd either go to Rotom or his Venusaur, so I go for the Ice Beam. And he goes for the Venusaur, and my Ice Beam does a great deal of damage to him. Now, I already know that this Venusaur is pretty bulky since it took that hit, and I was kind of hoping that my Milotic would be faster, but it wasn't, and Petal Dance destroys him. And down goes Milotic. Now, this is where I start to get a little bit worrisome, so I send back in my Arcanine. I'm hoping that I can get a Flare Blitz in here before things get too bad for my part. But again, he's faster. And with my Arcanine not even being level 50, the situation he was kind of useless. And he went down. But now he is confused, finally. But I think that at this point, the battle's over, nothing much I can do. I'll send him my Jolteon and let him take me out. But he withdrew his Venusaur, making it a double switch. And he sent out Heatran, I'm guessing because he didn't want to keep the confusion. And I went for the Shadow Ball, which does nothing really. But my Jolteon, being faster than him, I use a Thunderbolt. And it does a lot more than I expected, and paralyzes him too. This is where he goes for a weird move. He goes for Fire Spin. I guess to try and taunt me, but that was kind of a dumb part on his move. So, now I'm trapped in the Vortex, but with 25 HP left, I'm starting to get really worried, so I quickly go for another Thunderbolt. Which surprisingly takes down this Heatran. This point I can see that he's getting worried, so he sends back in his Rotom. And I go for a Shadow Ball. And he goes for the Leaf Storm, but I avoid it. And again I go for the Shadow Ball. But he withdraws this and sends in his Venusaur, obviously getting very worried at this point. Trying to get something in before I can go down. And I go for another Shadow Ball. And because he switched out, I can get another Shadow Ball in and take down this Venusaur. And finally, he sends in his Rotom, hoping that he can do something. Maybe my Shadow Ball will miss, but nope. And that is the game. It was a great game at that. If anyone's still interested in joining the tournament, there will be a comment below explaining everything. The tournament starts April 22nd, and you need to hurry up and get in before things get too late. So, more qualifying matches coming up soon. Thank you for watching.